Well, fellow diecasters, welcome to another insane episode here on Diecast Insanity. Today I just thought I'd get on and talk about Hot Wheels, talk about some things that I've been seeing. I don't know if everybody else has seen it, but I've been seeing some things where it comes to prices on eBay for certain castings and whatnot. And I thought we would talk about that and just show you a couple of things and just have some fun and just talk about Hot Wheels right now. First off, I went to Target. Oh wait, yeah, I got this at Target yesterday. I noticed that the Cyclone was starting to show up in some 9-packs, and I couldn't find one when they first came out in the 8K. So I've been hunting for one, and I found one yesterday. Kind of a cool 9-pack. There's some neat cars in there, but I finally found that Cyclone that I've been looking for. So that's pretty cool there. So finally picked that up. One other car that I picked up earlier, I've already opened it. I picked up the Acura NSX, the old NSX, in this really cool red paint scheme. I thought this car looked really, really cool. I did not have this particular car in my collection, so I picked that up to add to the Hondas, so that's pretty cool there. So that's really, really neat there. So what I've been seeing on eBay, I've noticed something happening when it comes to, we're talking about castings that don't come out that often. There may only be like 3 or 4 releases of the casting or whatnot. I've noticed that a new release has been affecting the prices on eBay. The particular car that I saw it on was the Koenigsegg. I'd been looking at buying the first release in red from Retro Entertainment from the Need for Speed release, and I've noticed that as soon as this casting came out in the Hot Wheels Boulevard at Walmart, that the original casting price jumped about $20 to $30 on eBay. I was first looking at it. I think I saw it as low as like 20 and as high as about 25, 30. When that casting came out, all of a sudden the price for the first release jumped. Now you can't get it, I think, for anything less than 50 right now on eBay. So I've noticed that some new releases of these castings, particularly premium cars, excuse me, I'm dealing with a little bit of a cold, especially premium cars, have driven up the original release. And as you know, this is only its second release, so there's only 2 different versions of that car right now. So I've noticed that that has driven the price of the originals up slightly. There's a couple others that I've noticed. What other one was there was another one that I can't quite remember off the top of my head that hasn't been released all that often. It's an older casting, but the new release came out and it jumped the price up on it. So it's getting kind of interesting. The next thing that I've noticed is that there's a new 4-pack, another 4-pack, Walmart exclusive for the car culture cars coming out. As you guys know, we had the Nissan one, we had the Fast and the Furious one, which I picked up. We had the latest release of the Black Hole Gasser set, which I already have the car culture, the Team Transporter release of that, so I'm not really into that one. But there's another one coming out now that has already hit, that you guys have noticed, seen pictures of. I've seen pictures on both Instagram and Facebook of this new 4-car set that has the ramp truck along with the lightweight E-Type, the second release of this car, the 300 SL Mercedes. That'll be its second mainline release with the casted in shut doors. The other car is this. Something we haven't seen in a while in a premium anyway, or premium anyways, of the 917K Porsche. In Gulf colors with these brand new wheels on it in black, which these wheels more represent the actual wheels that they had on the day, other than this right here. As you know, this car with the opening back has only been released 3 times. Do you guys know this car was only released 3 times with an opening back? 1 time in a 4-car Porsche set, and then 2 times in the 100% series, where this was the first one in the 100%, and then there was a yellow one. This car currently on eBay is pretty spendy. The only ones I saw, the lowest was $99, and that was for the first bid. If you wanted to buy it outright, it was $145. But I also noticed that all the prices for that casting have gone up, and they've gone up since the last time I looked. And the last time I looked was before the announcement of that set. Now that set's been announced, and now the price of the originals are starting to go up. So I think there's a lot to be had with not limited run castings, but castings you don't see a lot. And I'm talking kind of like, cars like this one here, the off-road 442 that there's only 2 releases of. This Ford right here that just came out in Wild Terrain. The Ford Bronco, there's only several releases. I think there's 4 releases of this truck. 2 of them are Boulevard. Then there was a Pop Culture, and then I believe this is the latest one. So castings like that only have certain amount of runs that you don't see a lot of, the re-releases of them are driving up the prices of original castings. So if there's castings out there you want that you don't have, particularly in premium, whether it's the Retro Entertainments from earlier, whether it's Boulevard, anything that's premium that might have only been released like 1 or 2 times but haven't been retired, if you want them, you should pick them up when you can before the next time they're released, because there's a lot of, I've noticed that that is happening, that as soon as Hot Wheels announces a new car, or it comes out on Instagram or Facebook, it starts to drive up the price of the older castings, I've noticed. So if you want those castings, you should start getting them as soon as you possibly can before the prices go up. I mean, I would really love to have the yellow one of this one, but that car is even more expensive than that car. So, and I haven't seen, last time I looked yesterday on eBay for that car, and it wasn't even listed. There was a couple of that one listed, but they're all over $100. So, and I noticed the price is jacked up again. I noticed the price on that a couple months ago has started to kind of fall off, but now that announcement of the other castings has come out now, I've noticed the prices have gone back up again. So, what you're seeing is new collectors in the hobby. You're seeing a re-release of a casting that they may or may not have known of from the past, that are being re-released, and they go back and look at the originals and like, oh, and it's driving up the popularity of that casting, which drives up the prices on eBay. eBay had these books here, the Tom Arts guides and Mike Zarnock's books and stuff in there. These prices don't correlate to eBay. eBay is strictly by popularity and by what people want. The more expensive the car is on eBay usually means the more it's desired. So it doesn't have anything to do with its value to a collector. Because a true collector will go by this book right here. If you go to a collector show, 9 times out of 10 the prices will be closer to the collector books than the eBay prices. So my advice to you is, if you see a casting on eBay that you want that hasn't been released in a while, you should buy it. Granted, buy the most reasonable one you can find, but you need to pick it up as soon as you see it or as soon as you can afford it, because if that casting gets re-released and it's a popular casting and gets a lot of traction, people are going to start looking for the older castings because they're going, oh, that's a cool car. Why don't I have that car? Well, let me look up and see where, some of the other releases of it. And they're going to go back and they're going to start buying those cars. So you want to pick them up as soon as you can. Some of it are rarity. Some of it is like just the paint job. This car, of course, in the red, in the vintage racing, that car is always expensive, and that's not because of that particular casting per se, or that particular paint job, because there's not a lot of people that know what that paint scheme is. They just know it's a Datsun, and they're in the JDM, and it's driven the price of that car really high. So I see Hot Wheels starting to look at more vintage racing, a lot more real kind of stuff, especially for car culture. We got the rally cars. The next release of this car that's in that set that I was talking about that has the 917K is painted like a vintage race car, which is really cool. So I see Hot Wheels drawing on that kind of inspiration for their sets now. And you never know, there could be a Trans Am set coming for car culture. And if you go back to vintage racing, there was a lot of Trans Am cars in that set that could drive the price up on that car. It could drive the price up on the Javelin, which is already pretty expensive. Not the Challenger from that set, the green one, which is already pretty spendy. If they decide to come out with it again, it could drive the price up on that. It could drive. I've noticed the price on the Mustangs, the Boss 302s, the 69s from those sets, particularly the 15 car, the Pernelli Jones car, has been going up steadily. So there's a lot of stuff driving prices on eBay, and a lot of it has to do with what's coming up for Hot Wheels or what has just been released for Hot Wheels. There's a lot of hype in Hot Wheels now again. And there's a lot of new collectors in the hobby, and when they get in deeper and they start digging in deeper and they start seeing castings that are coming out, they start thinking, what are some of the other releases, and they start looking into that. So it drives the price up on these cars, particularly on eBay. So my advice is, if you see the car, you want it, you can find it for a reasonable price, I would go ahead and pick it up, because it could go down, but it could also go through the roof. So just keep that in mind, particularly if you're looking at a car that, this one here, cars that have 4 or 5 releases that haven't been retired. They could come back, and when they come back, it could spark a new collective in that. There's a lot of cool releases that I'd like to see from Hot Wheels, particularly on car culture side. Me and Elijah have been talking. Like I said, I'd love to see a Trans Am set. I would love to see, say, a Le Mans Legends set. They've got the cars. I mean, they could do them. I mean, we've got another 962 coming from the Boulevard series for Walmart, in an ode to Rothman's paint scheme, kind of like what this one's painted. Which, if you don't know you're racing or anything, this is a Rothman's paint scheme. Rothman's is a cigarette company from England. So there's a 962 coming in that paint scheme. So I love to see an ode to Le Mans with, say, the 962, the 787B. We've got Lancias coming. A Lancia, I can't remember the car number, would be sick. And possibly either the Bentley Speed 8 or the Jaguar. Can't quite think of the number right off the top of my head. Would be a cool car for that set. I don't know right now if it would be really cool, but a vintage NASCAR set might be kind of cool. Even though some of that's kind of waiting right now. A all-out Japanese racing set would be kind of cool. Maybe with another Hakosuka or Skyline, or Datsun 240Z, the 510. That would be kind of a neat set. Uh, some other ones that would be cool might be, what else might be kind of a cool? So, it's just, it could be anything. So, you gotta watch the cars and watch what's coming out and correlate that to eBay. And particularly if you're new to the hobby and there's castings that are coming out that you start to go investigate, those new casting releases could drive up the price of the original ones. So just keep that in mind. That's probably why a lot of the prices are going up on eBay, I've noticed. So just some advice, don't always go to eBay and expect to pay these prices. This car in the Tom Arts guide is $10 to $12. Where on eBay it'll cost you over $100. So it's all about the popularity and the desire to have that casting. That's why you should get, if you should have gotten a hobby earlier, because that car, I bought that car brand new at the store. It only cost me, I think, $6. So, but lessons will be learned. There's cars that I didn't get in the late '90s, early 2000s that now I'm kind of kicking my butt that I don't have because they're costing so much on eBay right now. So, but that's how it goes. So, just thought it'd be kind of cool to talk about something that I've seen on eBay. Some other things I've also noticed on eBay. Watch out for sellers that have no clue as to what they're selling. There was somebody that had one of these in white listed on eBay for an astronomical price. I don't know what the frick he was thinking. I mean, that's not even a rare car. He said something about a rare treasure hunt. That car's never been a treasure hunt, so I don't know. There's all kinds of crap like that on eBay. So you just got to kind of know your cars, know your Hot Wheels before you go on there and buy cars. So just thought I'd come on and just talk about some things I've seen. Sorry about my voice and coughing. I'm dealing with a cold right now, and that's why I'm not doing anything on the slot car side this weekend. And I don't even know if this is going to air this weekend. I'm just doing a video to stock up on some stuff. But just thought I'd get on and talk. I've noticed prices of Ferraris, Hot Wheel Ferraris, have been going up. So another one that you might look into to get in now, particularly the F12 Berlinetta might be one you might want to consider. There's only 4 releases of this car. A red first release, a Zamac release, I believe this release, and then this release. So there's only 4. I have all 4. This one might be one that might be going up with no end in sight for Hot Wheels to get the license back. The Ferraris are probably going to continue to climb in price. And it doesn't look like it's going to come back anytime soon. So, and particularly the premium Ferraris, the Dino from the Retro Entertainment set, the 365 Daytona from the Retro Entertainment set, the California from Ferris Bueller Retro Entertainment set. I think those are the only 3 outright premium Ferrari castings. There's some from Speed Machines, but those are still plastic-based cars. But those 3 I've noticed on eBay have been steadily going up. I've been looking at the 365, the Miami Vice one, and I really want the Ferris Bueller car too. Those 2 are on my hit list for my Ferrari collection, and I've been trying to find a reasonable price for those. I've made a couple of bids on some of them, but they went out of what I was willing to pay for them, so that's kind of cool. Another casting that you may want to pick up, particularly because Hot Wheels has the Toyota license back, is this car in the convertible version from Retro Entertainment from James Bond. It's only been released once. This never came back. If for some odd reason Hot Wheels decided to do another one, which they can because they've got the Toyota license back. There might be more to it than that because that car technically never existed. Toyota never made a convertible in that version. But if Hot Wheels ever thought to bring that back, that car could go up, and it's right now it's fairly reasonable. I've been toying with buying one. I think I saw one earlier yesterday or the day before for $9. Buy it now. So I think it came to almost 20 with shipping, but I've been kind of looking at that to pick up just because I'm a Bond fan and I like that car. It's probably one of my favorite Toyotas outside of one of my favorite JDM cars outside of the 240Z. So I've been toying with picking that up. You know, I might have to get that before it kind of goes up in price. I just noticed something. Why did I do that? Oh, wait, because this car's over here. Okay. So I thought I'd probably pick that one up before it starts going up in price. So just some of my thoughts. I hope you guys are having a great weekend. I hope you're finding what you're looking for. I've kind of noticed that things are kind of starting to get back to normal in the stores where it comes to stuff coming in on a regular basis. I've noticed our Target finally got, like I said, like you saw the video, the Team Transporter video, that they finally got this set in. I have noticed that the Ford is probably the most popular, which is kind of weird, out of that set. There was only one left when I bought mine, and there was still two of these left and one of the GT Race left. So those are kind of sitting there, which is kind of surprising. So kind of tells you the extent of collectors in my area anyways. But I've noticed that the Mustang is probably the most popular out of that release, which I'm glad I kind of picked that up because I wanted it to go with the other Ford Team Transporter trailer. So that's kind of interesting. So that's something else to kind of judge what might be expensive on eBay is if you don't see something at the store, if that particular one is all gone, that's probably because that's the most popular one in the set. So, right, you know how that goes. So I hope you guys continue to have a great week. I hope you continue to find what you're looking for out there, and remember, if possible, leave some on the page for the other collectors in your area so they can find these cars too. Continue to have a great week, and we'll get back to some regular stuff here. I promise there'll be 3 for Thursdays. I promise I'm going to do some today. As long as you guys can stand my voice. And just have a great week. And I'll catch you guys later. Bye.